Alright, so I just wanted to talk about something that just crossed my mind on my way back home. And I'm just gonna call it inevitability. Alright, so and what sparked this was I had a pretty, I'm gonna say lengthy conversation, it's probably about a half hour long, conversation with, I'm going to say, a book publishing company, something like that, right? I called them like halfway through last year because I was just trying to figure out how the process of publication and stuff like that works, right? I just wanted to know things like how much it would cost. What are the steps and the process to go through to get something published, right? And apparently he told me here that they told me that they would call me in a week, and then they didn't call me for 6 months, which I think is kind of funny that he just outright admitted that. Overall, the conversation was nice, and I got a little bit of more information, but right now I'm just not in a position to actually pursue anything like that, both in terms of what I have written, the quality of my writing, and then like monetarily, because I don't have money for something like that right now either. But to get back to the topic that I was originally going to say is inevitability, right? During the conversation, he used a lot of flattery. He said my name, both first and last, and or last, like first and or last, constantly all the time. Which like that's just what they do, right? They reiterate your name, flatter you to try to get you to buy something. That's just how that works. But all in all, like he seemed to be relatively genuine. Like obviously he had a script and he was still trying to sell me something, but for the most part he was all like, if this isn't work, like if this won't work for you or you're not interested, just don't do it, man. And these are other steps that you should pursue first before you start shelling out money for stuff like this, which I thought that was nice, right? Um, but one of the other things he said is like, so I was just being honest about how I felt about my work, right? Like, I think it is substandard right now, it is subpar, and even originally what I was talking to him about, which, uh, well, what I originally called about, I made mention to, like, the short story I wrote last year, right? And I said that that was substandard. I didn't like how that was right now. And I would want to go back and redo it and everything. And he kept reiterating that, oh no, it's good. You are doing good work. You doing anything like this, like it's hard and it's worthwhile and it's not bad. And I'm sitting here going, it is though. And it's not me just trying to put myself down or to say it's not worth it or that I'm not worth it or that my work isn't anything. It's just that's how I see it. And whenever it comes to things like this, it's I tend to adopt this mindset of inevitability, right? And I feel like I didn't bridge that very well, but I'll explain more here. Um, to where even right now, if whatever I'm doing is bad, even if I feel it's bad, even if whatever happens, I'm going to keep putting work out because inevitably, if I keep doing it, something's going to catch, right? And that's not the only reason that I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I have this weird need in my brain to keep doing things, to keep working, to keep creating, to keep on keeping on, right? It's just one of those I get bored and I get antsy and then I just start doing something, right? That's just how my brain goes. So because of that, that's more or less the inevitable mindset, right? That it doesn't matter if what I'm making, like even this video, if this is trash, it's trash, that's fine. Because inevitably I will make something that does something. Even if it's only once, even if it's only a few times, whatever, it'll happen. Right now I'm 28. I've got 47 years on average, right? For me to just do shit. Inevitably, in 50 years, something will happen, right? So that's just kind of where my brain's at right now and kind of what I was thinking about. And I thought it'd be interesting to share because even if what I'm making is bad, as long as I keep making stuff, eventually it'll happen. What will happen, I don't know, but something will happen. And that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm not worried about the right now. I'm not worried about the tomorrow or the next month or in the next decade. I'm worried about I've got an entire life, and inevitably something will happen. And hell, maybe it'll be something like Shakespeare that, like, maybe Shakespeare's a bad representation or example because I think he was pretty successful even in life. But you know what I mean by that is that there are people that were entirely just looked over. What is it? Edgar Allan Poe. There's another one that like he died essentially a drunk beggar, right? But now we look back and go, oh my God, he was so insightful and enlightened, and look at all of his work; it's so good. Maybe I'll be one of them, or maybe I won't. Who knows? I'm not concerned. I'm not that concerned about it. All I know is, like I said, I've got this need, this almost obsessive need to just make things, whether they're good, whether they're bad. That's not really for me to decide. Well, it is. I will have my own interpretation of whether it's good or bad, but then everyone else will also have their own interpretation of whether it's good or bad. I'm only concerned of how I see it, right? But yeah, that's just kind of where my head was at. So I know, very ranty, very but I guess I'll see you.